We spent, as Bix sort of fumbled into, 20 years in the Baptist church when my wife Ann was a Baptist pastor. She then got a new job at the Lutheran church here 8 years ago, so we've been Lutheran for the last 8 years. So I'm trying to sort of figure out who am I in relation to this Jesus who was a Jew? And who are we? And I think the message at some level is we are a divided community. We are a divided community between different iterations of faithful attempts at being faithful to life's core values: love of life, love of each other, love of the world that sustains us. And it is from this perspective of trying to bridge the gaps that we create between communities that separate us and that after periods of time become armed gaps between us, that we try to bridge those gaps through dedicated nonviolence, dedicated acceptance of each other wherever we come from, wherever we live, and whatever our religious, spiritual backgrounds happen to be. The challenge in the 21st century is that we have armed these differences with lethal weapons of mass destruction. We've armed our differences with the capacity to annihilate each other. We talked during the Cold War of mutual assured destruction, MAD. Basically, deterrence was the doctrine that if we have enough capacity to incinerate each other, we won't do it. Well, the world has changed some. The world has changed some because some of the actors now in the world don't necessarily care to survive their attempts at winning. When you have suicide bombers, you don't negotiate. At some level, you have to understand that the nature of the game has changed. And nuclear weapons are suicide bombs, are mutual catastrophes. And we live with them all the time. We live with them in a sense of denial that perhaps us older folks, us gray hairs, may live to outlive, but we leave the legacy to our children, their children, and on to the seventh generation and beyond. These are cancers within the global body politic, cancers that our American military has actually invoked Christian doctrine to justify. Who would Jesus bomb? If the churches do not stand up for a nonviolent solution to these differences that we hold culturally, religiously, and nationally, who will? So we're here to honor Jackie Hudson, we're here to honor Father Bix, we're here to honor the other folks that have acted in faith to try to say these weapons are immoral, they're illegal, they are in no way usable militarily, and we must stand up as a community to say no to these weapons, and we must say it so much more loudly than we've been saying it. We must be screaming from the back, saying, help, help, or these weapons will be used, and we will be the guilty parties, not necessarily by intent, but by inaction. So I so much appreciate the opportunity. We do what we can. We ask you to do what you can.